Hi. Hi all. All right. So, um I'd planned on coming on live. Oh, my voice. But then I didn't plan. And then I planned and I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Um I had some plans cancel on me because of the weather. It's Atlanta and it's kind of stormy today. So, um yeah. And normally I wanted Sundays to be, the time to film anyway. So, yeah, that's what happened. But anyway, hi, I'm calling this sabotage and manifesting, or self-sabotage in manifesting. Because we do it. Okay? We do it. Even the best of us. So, as I adjust my everything and fix my chair a little bit. So I do film from here. This is my workstation, my little uh, spiritual spots right behind the curtain here. But yeah, we all do it. And it's the reason why I always try to explain the idea of inner work along with the law of attraction and manifesting, because you may want a certain thing, but then you're doing things that are counteractive or counterintuitive to what you claim to say that you want. Perfect example is most people want to do things like lose weight, and they say, oh, I'll eat right and I'll exercise and I'll do all the things, and some people go so far as they set up their little plan and they do it and they start off strong, and then something happens, like they go to a party and they're like, well, it's just one night or whatever, and I'm just gonna eat a little of this and a little of that and a little of this and that, and then the next day and you're like, well, oh, it's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and the next thing you know, you're back. You sabotage yourself, okay? And then you're like, I don't know what happened. Yes, you do. You know what happened. So that's one of those perfect examples of self-sabotage. I am a person who I'm starting to learn more and more about my own self-sabotaging things that I do and address them, and try to figure out not just why. Yeah, you can know why, but then you also need to know or realize, is that something you need to be working on in self-sabotaging? Okay, so again, let's again use the weight loss as an example. Most people want to lose weight because they want to look good, right? Or maybe their doctor said, oh, you're about to, your BMI is looking a certain way or whatever, and we're going to have to put you on some pills because you've got pre-diabetes or something, And, yeah, most people want to be healthy and not have to be on medicine, and they want to look nice. But I don't think most people go deeper than that in the why. So these are reactionary things, like, oh, I want to look good so people don't make fun of me, or I don't want to have to take pills. That's reactionary. So when we think about that situation, you should really think about, why do you want this thing? Like, how is that going to make your life better without being reactionary? Okay, because I think a lot of the times when it comes to self-sabotage, it is a fight or flight response. And that's what we're trying to get away from when we manifest and when we live in this spiritual world. We're trying to move away from reaction. We're trying to move away from fight, flight, or freeze. We want to make clear and sound choices for ourselves because we do have choice no matter what. We have choice. Yeah. And then when it comes to dealing with people, with toxic people, or you're finding yourself looking for new friends or, something of that nature, and you always seem to find the same people that, you don't want to be around. And I feel like, I'm not saying I am a part of that, but I know I want and need to make changes. So right now I'm having a kombucha. I've never seen this brand before, but it is, I got it from my local kind of small mom and pop grocery store. And I mean, it has a third eye on it. So, I mean, it is kombucha. I promise it is. So that's what I'm dealing with now when it comes to friendships and associates and how to deal with them. And I don't want to deal. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to deal with them. It's like recognizing where you are and not turning back into what you were before. That is not, what you want. Right? We fall back into old habits, and that's really what it's about. It's like changing your habits when you manifest. You got to have a plan to change your habits also, not just I want to do these things. You really have to make a lifestyle change when you become, when you are looking to become the next thing that you're looking to be. Yeah, so fit people don't eat junk food every night, no matter what they look like. So fit people have, a regimen where they take care of their bodies and they check in on their bodies. So you have to be that person if you want what it takes. And that's another reason why I'm coming on. Like, there's a lot of people who they say they want a thing, but they don't want to do what it takes. I'm just going to be honest. I'm putting it out there. There are people who want certain things, but they do not want to do what it takes to get it. That is like the typical little red hen situation. I love that story. And if you've never heard it, let me give you the rundown. So there once was a little red hen that wanted to make some bread, like real, like bread. And so she asked the duck, the turkey, can't remember the other animal, let's say a fox. So she asked the duck, she asked the turkey and the fox, will you help me? Will you help me take the wheat down? And they were like, no, I'm busy. I've got other things to do. Oh, wheat makes me sneeze, or the sun's too hot, that kind of thing. Then she was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it myself. She gets the wheat. Then when it came to processing the wheat, like, I guess this, chaffing the wheat. So she's like, I got to process the wheat and all this other stuff. Who's going to help me? And yet again, duck, turkey, fox, they're like, oh yeah, I got things to do. Meanwhile, they're hanging out, chilling or something. They're not doing anything. I mean, she's like, okay, I thought I would ask, and you're busy, you just don't want to do it. That's cool, whatever. So she's doing it. She's chaffing the wheat. And then it comes to the grinding. And then again, she asks. And again, they were like, well, I don't want to do it. So, and again, she's like, okay, I will grind the wheat myself into flour. And then it came to the final part where she's like, okay, so I'm getting ready to put all the stuff together, bake it, put it in the oven. Like, who's going to help me with the cooking and the cleaning in the kitchen and stuff, right? And again, they're like, not I, literally from the story. And then by the end, when the bread is made, the bread is smelling good and it's wafting through the air and stuff. And out of the kitchen and out of the house, and the, with the little, I'm laughing, with the little smell trails wafting away. And then guess who's strolling up into the kitchen while the hen is putting the bread on the table? The duck, the turkey, the fox. They're like, where's our piece of bread? And so the little red hen was like, well, you weren't here when I asked you to pull my wheat down. You said you were too busy when I was trying to chaff it and trying to get it all off the stalk. Oh, you also said that you didn't know how to grind wheat, and you didn't, you had some other things to do. And then when I asked you if you could help me in the kitchen cooking and cleaning, you're like, I don't want to do it. So this is my bread. It belongs to me. Okay, I did it. Me. So when it comes to manifesting, a lot of people, they claim they want a thing and they don't want a thing. When we say we want to manifest, that's where, again, that inner work comes into play, where you start getting feelings in your body, feelings of doubt, feelings of low self-worth, the feelings of not good enough. That is, I guess, level 1 of sabotage. But then we tend to manifest things into our existence to make us not get things done, okay? And again, I'm a perfect example. I use myself as the example, and I catch myself when I know I'm doing it. So again, say if I had a project I wanted to do around the house, and I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm going to do this project, wake up just like I would if I was going to the job or whatever, go to the, hardware store and all the stuff, get the things, make sure I'm well rested and all this other good stuff, hydrated and everything. But then the night before, I'm up watching YouTube videos and I don't do this anymore, but drinking. Do you think I'm going to be ready the next day? No, I'm not going to be ready the next day. That's another form of self-sabotage, where we say we want to do a thing, but then you don't do the thing because you've set up the conditions to where, okay, so that would be the situation where, yeah, you stayed up too late and you drank a little too much, and so now you're hung over and you can't do it, right? Oh, I'm blaming the being up too late at night, and I couldn't get the things done. And no, you did it. We did it. Okay? That's what sabotage is about. Okay? That's what it's about. Then there is the whole idea of, this is why I also tell people, please don't tell people your business, what you want to do, because then they will help knock it down too. That's another form of sabotage. They will knock down your dreams because they can't even imagine. Okay? They can't even imagine what it is to be, what you want to become. And they don't want, and again, back to that misery loves company, they don't want you to have it either. So I've been thinking a lot about those kinds of things like jealousy, self-sabotage, low self-esteem, because those are the obstacles when it comes to manifesting. Those are the obstacles. And that is why I try my best to tell people, please journal, and work out those blocks, because it's real, okay? I'm also on here because I know I needed to check in. I haven't done a video in a little bit of time. I am working on, I've been doing some research and I'm working on, for myself, a new manifestation technique. And I don't know, this would be day 2 of it. I kind of came up with it. I had it going in my brain for the last week or so, but this would be day 3 of it. And I can only, well, not only, well, I tend to want to do it at night, and I want to charge up my headphones, my wireless headphones, to also amp it up a little bit more. So I'm not a person that's into affirmations, because I feel like, again, back to the inner work, people are saying affirmations and they don't really believe in what they're saying. That's why I don't coach my clients to use affirmations unless they already have established a strong journaling practice already. Please don't do affirmations, because you're just counteracting, because you're only attracting what you feel. And if you say something like, I am rich, I am worthy, and a big thing comes up in your heart knows, your heart feels that. And no, it's not coming. It's not coming. It's not. Okay. So I'm trying something a little bit different. Like I said, I am scripting. So that's my affirmations. I script. I journal and I script. I visualize. So I'm trying to come together with some technology and see what I can do when it comes to my bigger manifestations, because I am trying something here. And I'm also writing books. So I'm also planning for some conferences going to. So yeah, so that's what I've been busy with. And then the day job, I love my day job. I do. But one day, I wish, I'm about to end this one, but last week at my job, I'm kind of laughing, but not really. So last week at my job, they were talking about the retirement plan. And basically, they were saying, don't quit your job or you're going to get your benefits. And it was just the week prior that a coworker left her job because she was being offered something 3 or 4 times more than what she was getting paid. So yeah, the time is now to really ride. I don't want to say ride the manifesting wave, but there's a lot of change going on. And I keep saying this. Either you will the change or the change will wield in you. Okay? It's going to happen. So you need to be the harbinger of your own change and not just fall into pieces. Like, of course, we've got what those banks are failing. We've got, companies laying people off. There are things happening, okay? But there are things happening. Good things. You can make it. Like, it's just like a stream. Like, I see it as like flow, energy current, like flow water in a river. Either you can let it hit you in the face and knock you out and you hit your head on a rock, or you ride on down the waves, baby. So just saying. Don't sabotage your manifestations out there, okay? And with that, I am going to be making more formal videos on the foundations of best manifestation practices, okay? I am working on those. In fact, I might do one later today. Or actually, I need to edit some things. So yeah, so I have some formal non-live videos coming, and I still like doing the lives. What can I say? But yeah, take care. Bye.